Hello mateys and welcome back to School of Scent. I'm your host today, Captain Fragrance, and we are going to be going through 3 popular and 3 underrated summer fragrances. So the way this is going to work is that I'm going to have a cheap fragrance, a relatively affordable designer price range, average price range fragrance, and an expensive fragrance in each category. So a cheap popular and a cheap underrated and so on and so forth. And these are all going to be summer orientated. So with that said, let's crack into it, and we're going to start off with the cheap popular fragrance.
Make sure you get Atrium's next summertime fragrance, Mr. Radiance, which you can do so through the link in the description and pinned comment down below. This is the first ever real oud mango aquatic fragrance ever made. You can get it for only 5 days through pre-order, and it comes with a complimentary sample to try the fragrance out first. Click the link in the description down below, guys. Thank you.
So a popular cheap summer fragrance would be Missoni Wave. Yes, this is Missoni Parfum pour Homme. Maybe we can magically turn this into Missoni Wave. You can find it in the range of about 35 to 45 pounds. For a 100ml bottle, get a magnetic cap. Missoni Wave smells an awful lot like Chanel Allure Homme Sport, possibly Allure Homme Sport or Extrême. Maybe both. Performance on Missoni Wave is around about 6 to 7 hours. With a moderate projection. For the price, you can't go wrong. It's got that lovely citrus forward vibe, which just refreshes you in the summertime. Fantastic pick. Now we're gonna go for the cheap, underrated summer fragrance recommendation. And I'm going with something a little bit out of left field. Rochas Man EDT. Now, suspicious bottle aside, this is a fantastic fragrance. So this is a fresh, slightly coffee, slightly sweet fragrance, which is not your typical summer scent profile. However, this will stand out, it performs well, and it's not sweet to the point where it's going to choke you out whilst you're wearing it in the high heat. It's going to stand out because, again, like I said, it's not a scent profile that a lot of people tend to gravitate towards in the summer. But it has got a little bit of freshness underneath. That coffee is subtle, the coffee is light. It's just lovely, it's slightly powdery as well. It's a gem of a fragrance. You can find it for pretty cheap on Tino, All Beauty, all of those discounter sites. I think I picked mine up from All Beauty for about £40 for an 100ml bottle. Maybe 30 to 40 pounds, within that range I'm sure. Which 100 mils, 6 hours performance, moderate projection yet again, lovely stuff, underrated, slept on. More people need to get Rochas Man. Next.
32% of people who watch School of Scent are subscribed to us. If you guys want to see our channel grow, to really help us out, click subscribe. Let's get that number to 40%. Thank you.
Next up, we've got the designer price range, or the relatively affordable price range. We're talking anywhere between sort of 50 to 100 or so pounds, because that's the average price of designers nowadays. And we're going to start with the popular one. And if you can't already hear it, it is in fact a JPG, and it's JPG Beau the Parfum. This is fantastic. Fantastic juice, fantastic performance. You're looking about 8 hours, fantastic projection, moderate to strong. And if you are a enjoyer of coconut scents or pineapple fragrances, this is great. There's a hint of pineapple in there. It focuses mainly on the coconut and the woods. It's a bit creamy, and it's just brilliant. If you don't want the creaminess, or you want it toned down a bit, a lighter, slightly fresher take is the EDT. The EDT is still great. It's lovely stuff. It's sweet, it's loud, it's vibrant, and it's summer. It's tropicality, tropicalness, fruit salad in a bottle. Tropicality is not a word. Neither is tropicalness. I've got a degree in English. It's a very tropical fragrance. It's popular for a reason. Great pickup. can't go wrong with Le Beau, the Parfum. Next up, we've got our underrated, relatively affordable fragrance for summer, and that is Fusion Dizzy from Issey Miyake. Yeah, slept on. If you want a slightly tropical, woody summer fragrance, Fusion Dizzy is the way to go. I believe they've got a Fusion Dizzy Intense as well. I haven't personally tried that one yet, but if it's like this, I should probably give it a go because I really think this stuff is great. In the summer, it's good stuff. It's a far woodier fragrance than Le Beau Le Parfum, but it still retains that tropicality. I think it's a little bit more masculine, it's a little bit more mature, and therefore, if you're looking for a mature masculine upgrade from JPG Le Beau Le Parfum, that kind of vibe, maybe check out Fusion Dizzy, or even Fusion Dizzy Intense, potentially, from Issey Miyake. So yeah, underrated, slept on, great fragrance. Performance on this one, you're looking at 6 to 7 hours with a moderate projection as well. So, you know. And finally, we are on to the expensive summer fragrance category, and we're starting with the popular one, and that is going to be Pacific Chill from Louis Vuitton. You could substitute Pacific Chill for Afternoon Swim from Louis Vuitton. Those are the two most prominent summer-orientated fragrances from the house, from what I've seen, and they're both fantastic. Afternoon Swim, you get 5, maybe 6 hours performance out of, with a strong projection. It's very aquatic, very fresh, very clean, almost like a swimming pool. Afternoon Swim might be a little bit of a giveaway in the name. Pacific Chill is beautiful. If you want that more sort of vibrant, fruity summer fragrance, this has apricot and mint in the opening, which is fantastic. There's coriander, which I'm a massive fan of coriander notes. Gentle Fluidity Silver, I'm going to harp on about, is a fantastic fragrance. I'm a massive fan of coriander notes. This is beautiful stuff. Price-wise, you're looking at £255 for a Louis Vuitton 100ml from the California line. They're both in the California line. But with Pacific Chill, personally, I get about 8 hours performance with a strong projection. So it's definitely something worth checking out, but it is popular. And it's popular for a reason. All of the popular ones, I'm not hating on them, I'm not ragging on them. Popular fragrances are popular for a reason. So yeah, Louis Vuitton Pacific Chill. And now for the underrated pick for the expensive category is GNTONIC. GNTONIC, not gin and tonic, GNTONIC. Actually named after the founder of the house, I believe. And the house is Micallef. So yeah, this is incredible. There's a ginger note in the top of this. There's a slight booziness, obviously hence the name G and Tonic, but it's that crisp, clean booziness, not like vodka, like gin. Yeah, crisp, clean booziness. That ginger gives it that like sort of that pop, that refreshing bite at the beginning. Elegant, sophisticated, classy. It's quite a masculine fragrance. It's quite an intriguing fragrance as well. It's got like a unique quality to it, but it works wonders in the heat. It pops off your skin. It leaves a nice scent trail. The sillage is beautiful. I get about 8 hours longevity with a moderate to soft projection. It's more of an intimate summer fragrance, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. This, for an 100ml bottle, you're looking at £245, so it is actually £10 cheaper than the popular Louis Vuittons. Maybe that's a factor. Maybe it isn't. Value is subjective after all. But yeah, that's been G and Tonic from M. Micallef. So that's been 3 popular and 3 underrated summer fragrances for 3 different budgets or price ranges. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know in those comments, will you be checking any of these suggestions out? Have you already tried some of them? What is your favourite summer fragrance? I'd love to hear from you. And I'd love to find some that I've not tried yet, because personally, I love my winter fragrances. I like my dark fragrances, my mysterious fragrances. So I am looking to enhance my summer fragrance selection. So any recommendations, I, the captain, very much appreciate it. And I would appreciate if those motorbikes would GTFO. Thank you very much for joining me. enjoy the rest of your day. I've been the Captain, you've been awesome, and with that, I will catch you lot on the flip side. Adios.